Hey there guys, and welcome to today's video, and welcome to a tier maker. Right, we're doing this on rappers, but I'll go through there's a huge list of people right here. As you guys can see, I do not know like half of these people on this list. Basically, I'm gonna go up to basically designer right here. From everybody from Logic to designer is pretty much everybody I know. So please don't hate on me for not knowing, you know, all these rappers at the bottom here. I do recognize some of them slightly, but I don't listen to their music at all, and I don't know enough about them to, you know, make a little opinion on them. However, I do know most of these people at the top, obviously from Logic to design here. I did put Nipsey Hussle in there at the end because I've heard, you know, good things about him. He was a big, you know, big name in the industry and the rap game. However, I just didn't really know him, so I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of, you know, being a big fan when I didn't really know who he was. But yeah, rest in peace to him, because, you know, apparently a lot of people, you know, knew who he was, a lot of people enjoyed his music and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get straight into this, and we are starting off with the categories. Let's start with, well, I need to explain the categories first. So I haven't made these all, this is just a pre-made one. So at the top there is GOATs, which is greatest of all time. There is great, good, decent, bad, terrible, garbage, and ear bleeding. Now, we started out with Logic, right? This is only personal preference, personal opinion, so don't get mad at me if I put any of these rappers higher up than you think they should be. This is personal opinion on what I think is, you know, like how I enjoy these rappers and how I like them. So, first off with Logic, I'm going to put him in great, because he's been going for quite a long time now. I've known about him for, like, you know, however many years, since, like, obviously the Modern Warfare 2 days, when his song Ballin' was it Modern Warfare 2? I think it was Modern Warfare 2, when FaZe Clan and all that, you know, and all the, you know, COD players were making montages using his music. And I've just followed through his, you know, career from montages on COD. I've actually, you know, stepped to the side and listened to his music, you know, actually for real. And I've grown up with him, and, like, his music is really good. I wouldn't say he's one of the GOATs, and I'm, you know, great. There's a big, huge gap between GOATs and great. Just, you know, get that into your head. I think he's better than good. I think he's a little bit better than good. Some people might say he's just decent or good, because obviously some of his recent mixtapes and albums haven't really been his best work in some people's opinions. But it's Logic at the end of the day, and I'm a dedicated fan, so, you know, I listen to his music. You know, it takes a while for you to get, you know, used to some of his new stuff, like Supermarket. It was a chilled out album. It was something to vibe to, you know, you can chill to. Whereas his, like, albums and stuff, his mixtapes, like, something to, you know, get positive energy from, to vibe, you know, like, bounce to, not vibe to, but, like, bounce to, you know, get hyped and stuff like that. But anyway, moving on to my boy Hopsin right here. Everybody in rap should know who Hopsin is. He's actually, you know, progressing pretty well in the ranks right now. I'm also going to put him in great as well, because I've been listening to him for a few years now. My first song I actually saw him in was actually Tech9's song with B.O.B. and himself, you know, and Hopsin. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. Am I a Psycho? That's it. So then I heard that, and then I heard Sag My Pants, and then I heard obviously Illmind 5. Went back and listened to all the, you know, original Illminds, you know, 1 to 4, and then obviously because the 5th one's one I heard. And I'm just stuck with his career a lot, and he's just up there. Me, you know, he's really up there as one of the greats. Not one of the GOATs, but one of the greats, and kind of good. Now, if I'm right, I'm not really good with pictures and, like, you know, some what people look like. If I'm right, this is Nicki Minaj, right? Like, I think it's Nicki Minaj. We're gonna put her in decent for old stuff, none of her new stuff. But in my opinion, she's had a few bangers. Like, Moment for Life is a very good song with Drake. She was in the song, you know, Bedrock with Young Money. That wasn't a bad song. She has had some good, decent decent music, I suppose, catchy. But then it's just OTT after a while, so I would put her in decent. I don't think she's bad, but I think she's in the decent category. Like, there's a thin line between bad and decent, in my opinion. If this was renamed to something else, like below decent, but like above bad, then she'd go in, like, in between these ranks. But I'm going to stick her in decent. Now, 50 Cent, we have to put him in. I think, I don't know, should we put him in great or GOATs? There's a huge gap there. You know what, we'll put him in great. and we'll move these both down to good. I think that's a good little compromise right there. So 50 Cent is one of the greats. He's been around for a long time. He was brought up, signed by Eminem, so he's been brought up by one of the goats essentially. And he's just up there. He's one of the greats. So I think that means I need to put Logic and Hopsin into good. Keep Nicki Minaj in decent, but like there's a huge gap between good and decent as well in this ranking. There's not a huge gap between good and great, but there's a huge gap between great and goats. But moving on to G-Eazy. Now I'm going to put him in good because he is a good artist. I have enjoyed a lot of his old music. In fact, not his new stuff. I haven't really listened to his new stuff much, but like the song like Me, Myself and I was pretty good. I think it was Me, Myself and I. Yeah, Me, Myself and I. And what's his best song? I Mean It. That is a banging song. I think for that song alone, he deserves to be up there because from that song, that really blew up his career and people realised, like, yo, this guy is actually pretty sick. G's dope and all that, whatever the lyrics are. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of the lyrics off the top of my head, but, yeah, G's dope, he might blow up, some blah, 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 blah. But anyway, my mind is pretty much just full of lyrics right now from all these artists on this list. But we're going to move on to Jay-Z now. I think I have to put him in the GOAT category. Because he, like, paved a way for rap, in a way. Like, he's one of the GOATs because, he came in and just took the rap game by storm. And then, obviously, he paved the way for people like, NWA slightly. Even though they were kind of the same era. Like, Dr. Dre, Eminem, stuff like that. Like, Jay-Z is one of the names. He's one of the names up there. Like, between Eminem and, like, Dr. Dre. Like, same era. Like, I can't really explain it, but he's just up there. He's one of the greats. He's one of the GOATs, should I say. Sold a lot of records. Brought Beyonce through as well. Even though she was pretty famous herself. They're pretty much like a power couple. Both famous musicians collabing. Obviously getting together. Yeah, I'd say he's one of the GOATs. Now, if I'm not wrong, this is Wiz Khalifa. I'm going to make another compromise right here. I'm going to put Wiz Khalifa in decent and move Nicki Minaj down to bad. But, like, bad, but okay as well. Like, we're going to change that to bad but okay as well. Like, wait, shall we put this as, had bangers, but stinkers as well. She's had a lot of stinkers in her time, but like, that's where I'm putting it. Had bangers, bad stinkers as well. And then obviously terrible garbage and enabling. We probably won't even use these three right here. Apart from this guy. I think garbage is actually worse than ear bleeding. But then again, 6ix9ine. I put him in the list because it's a bit of a meme. He's trending and stuff like that. Moving on to J. Cole now. I've actually just got into J. Cole recently. I mean, I've only listened to 2 of his songs, but the 2 songs I've listened to just slap so hard. They're such bangers, and that is obviously is it, what's it called now? Is it I've listened to Middle Child. Is it called Different World? I do believe it's called. Let me go in and check right now. And the other one, No Role Models. I think it's No Role Models or just Role Models. No Role Models. That is a banging song as well. I do believe it's called Different World. I will double check right now. I think it's one of his most recent ones. I think that came out early this year. But I've only just listened to it recently because I've just decided to jump on the bandwagon and give him a chance. Is it Different World? Or is the song I'm thinking of Middle Child? Wait. It might be Middle Child I'm thinking of. There's another song that I actually know though. Wait. No Role Models. Middle Child. There's something else. There's another song I know. Something World, I think. I swear it's that. I thought it was called something like Different or something. Let me have a look. No, anyway, I can't bother finding it. But still, J. Cole, he's good. He's not great, but he's good. Good is like a high standard for getting into the great section. Like the greats have to be like 50 Cent and people like that. And people who, like have affected me in my personal life. I would put Hopsin up there as great because he has like, I've listened to him a lot. He's affected my life. Same kind of Logic. But I don't think I can put him on the same level as... Well, I can't put them on the same level as 50 Cent. I could put 50 Cent in the GOAT section, but... do you know what? We're making another compromise. Here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna do this actually. I'm gonna keep Nicki Minaj down here. I had bangers but stinkers as well. That's a fair section. I think I'm gonna put Wiz Khalifa's decent. He's not good. He's decent. He's really decent. He's got a few bangers, but he hasn't really had stinkers. So I reckon I put him down here. But he's not like I don't think he's on the G-Eazy level. I'm not even quite sure. I think these might be on the same level, so I might have to put him up here as well. I'm not sure. That's what I'm gonna put it as. I'm gonna put it as that. Like J. Cole, he's really good. Obviously, there's a huge gap between great and GOATs. But I think that's how I'm going to put it, right? So, moving on next, I think this is Chris Brown. I think I'd put him in great, Personally, I would put him in good. But, like, obviously because of his... well, we're just going music here, not history or anything like that, not drama. I'm going to put him in great because he has had some bangers. He collabed with, like... Well, for one, like, he's collabed with Chipmunk, which is a good song, Champion, I do remember that. And Joyner Lucas, I Don't Die. I think it's called I Don't Die or something like that. That is a banging song. I've actually started listening to it a lot recently. Lil Dicky, Freaky Friday, banging song. He's had some bangers in his time. Pitbull with International Love, banging song. He can dance, he can sing, he can rap. He's a good all-round musician for me. I must admit he is one of the greats. Now, MGK. Oh boy, MGK. I'm gonna put him in good. Like, he's got some good songs out there. Like, Sail is a really good song that I really like. One of my favourites by him, Sail. Rap Devil, it was good for him. Like, Eminem put it perfectly. It was good for him. Like, no one really expected, like, MGK to go toe-to-toe with Eminem like that. Obviously, he wasn't going to beat Eminem in a diss track war or anything like that, or in any battle or any clash. But Rap Devil was really good for what it was. But like the fact that he slyly dissed Eminem on a Tech 9 track, like, and MGK is good friends with Yellow Wolf, and obviously Yellow Wolf and Eminem are really close friends. It was kind of a little sly dig for MGK to go in on him there, but he did what he did. It didn't really make him any bigger. Eminem had to give him a career to destroy it, as they say. But enough of that, moving on, Joyner Lucas. Oh, I want to put him up there with you. He's close to GOATs. He's so close to GOATs right now. He's definitely one of the greats. Like, he's up and coming right now. I mean, he's been up coming for like the past 2 or 3 years, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 years. I've really heard about him since last year. In Sriracha with Logic, actually, and Tech 9. He actually featured with Logic on a track before they had the beef. Well, they had the slight beef at the same time as Sriracha. And then that popped off. He got a bit of fame off of Logic. Then he popped off with Tory Lanez. Is he beefed with anyone else? I think it's just Logic and Tory Lanez. And he's the only person in history who can beef with 2 people and then have them feature on his song, on his track. He beefed Logic and then all of a sudden got Logic to feature on his track on ISIS. Banging song. He beefed with Tory Lanez, made ZZ Freestyle and Litty Freestyle, both banging songs. Tory Lanez didn't have a chance. You know what? He rang up Tory and said, fuck it, I'm over the beef. Got him on a collab, bang. Banging song as well. Tory Lanez, wasn't too bad in the song. It's the only song I know about of Tory Lanez. That's the only thing I know about him. And obviously he collabed with Eminem, which is one of the GOATs, obviously. You know what, we're just going to put Eminem. Eminem's right here, look, we'll just go straight put him into GOATs. Like, there should be another section above GOATs for Eminem. He's one of the greatest of all time. There's no denying it. There's like nobody on this planet who can, deny his skill and his craftsmanship. And the fact, like, he brought 50 Cent with him. He even made Dr. Dre bigger. Dr. Dre, he's one of the GOATs of all time as well. Greatest of all time, shall I just say. He's one of the GOATs for bringing Eminem into the rap game. Like, for back in the day, like, obviously race and colour was a huge factor into rap. Obviously, I don't think it is nowadays, but people still slate Eminem for being white in a black culture of music. Like, yeah, we all get it. It was music for the black culture, and I respect that entirely because, they do it tremendously. It's nothing like they do bad. But Eminem came in as this white guy, and he went toe-to-toe with, as one of the GOATs. He came out as, like, this, like, messiah of rap. But anyway, moving on, we got another white boy right here, Lil Dicky. I'm going to put him in the good section because he's a good rapper. Like, one of his very first tracks, he had Snoop Dogg to feature on it, and he's up next right now. Snoop Dogg, of all people, to feature on a track with Lil Dicky, professional rapper, banging song, brilliant flow, brilliant beat, brilliant feature. He's up there. He's not great because like when we look at like people in the great section, obviously Illmind 5, Logic's discography, like he made what's it called, the 1-800 song blew up the whole music industry. Elton John recognized who Logic was, and Elton John is one of the greatest musicians of all time. He's up there. Not John Lucas. Well, John Lucas is there, but J. Cole. Personal preference of put him in the great section because he's got some bangers. He's bringing like old school rap back, and he reminds me. Well, he even mentioned himself. He was born in the middle of two generations in middle child. I think it's called middle child. Like he even explained it, middle child. He's like he grew up like after the goats, but before these lot down here. And I think he's he's like an old school rapper, like but in the modern day. So he's a great for me. Obviously, discography of Chris Brown, he's got loads of tracks that are good. Lil Dicky, he's just not got the the amount of songs out there like yet. Obviously he got that huge feature on the Earth song, like loads of stars on it, like Ed Sheeran. I can't really remember anyone else. He just had tons of people on that song. Obviously I can remember Ed Sheeran because Ed Sheeran's a beast. He's a goat as well. I'd put him in great though, but still. Moving on though, we got a big name right here, Snoop Dogg. I want to put him in GOATs because, let's be honest, he's one of the GOATs. He is a big name. He came through with, like, Tupac and Dr. Dre, like, the big era. Obviously, he was signed to the same record label as Tupac. Did they collab? I don't think Tupac and Snoop Dogg collabed. But obviously, I know, Snoop Dogg is a huge... big, he's like a huge fan, a big friend with Dr. Dre, and obviously Dr. Dre was a huge friend with Tupac, and it's like a little triangle. Obviously they all branch out to other people, but like he's up there. He's been around for years to come, and he's still got years to come as well. I mean, he's been around for years to come still. He's still making songs now. He's about to go on tour as well, which is crazy. If I do believe, from what I saw, I do believe he's coming to Leeds as well, which is crazy. In 2020, which is kind of mad. It's the I want to thank me tour. Like he wants to thank himself. Like obviously he recognizes he's one of the greats, and I think he's like, he knows he's getting old now, and obviously music's changing now, and his music's not gonna bump as hard as everyone else's, but it should do really. It really should do. Moving on though, is it Action Bronson? I like Action Bronson. He's good. I'm gonna put him in good. Like his song with Chance the Rapper he did was amazing. I think that's the only song I do know by him, but I recognise skill, I recognise flow, I recognise good beats when I see it, and from that one song I can just tell he's a good artist. He kind of reminds me a bit of Rag and Bone Man, like he's how he's built. Obviously he's a big guy, got a good voice, like he can rap as well. Like he can rap. He's a good artist in my opinion. Kanye West, moving on, Kanye West, I have to put him in the GOAT section, don't I? Because he's made some amazing music in the past. Obviously, like Late Registration, whatever that college album was, can't remember what it was called. Back in the day, like when he was making bangers like Paranoid and Love Lockdown, Heartless, Through the Wire. What is it called now? Whatever it's In the Air or something. Oh, what's the song called now? Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, he's made some bangers. He's worked with some bangers as well, like worked with some good artists. He's up there as a big, big beat maker, producer, and all this. Banging artist. I have to put him up there. He's one of the best. Moving on, NF. I have to put him in great. I'm not gonna lie, because for me, obviously everyone's gonna say, oh, he makes depressing music. It's all dark. But that's what speaks to me as a person. Like, I have been in some dark times, and like, not a lot of people always say, it's tough to, have a voice in dark times. Obviously, I make it through with music. Music is a big, big thing for me in my life. It gets me through a lot of hard times. All of a sudden, my phone just buzzing at me. I'm getting a call from an 01453 number that I don't recognise. Bye. But yeah, NF really speaks to me with his music. I've never noticed a bad song from him. He doesn't make bad music, in my opinion. But people will say, it's generic, it's, too similar, it's all the same, it's just dark, repetitive, depressing. But that's sometimes what you need. to like get yourself through the dark times is some dark music to realize you're not the only one going through something. And like his music is really good. I love his music, to be fair. That's why I've rated him so highly. Moving on, Mac Miller. I'm gonna have to put him in. Oh, I have to put him in great, don't I? He's made some bangers as well. Some really good music you can vibe to, and you can get hyped to as well. I have to put him up there, and not just because he's passed away. I'm not gonna put him up there just because he's passed away, and I'm not gonna be one of those people. I do have to say rest in peace to him, but for real, like his music was great. Like I must admit, on a personal level, it was great to me. So I'm gonna put him up there. Futuristic, I have to put him good. He's close to great. Like his flows are sick. His beats are sick. He's got the the charisma, the personality of a good rapper. Potential great rapper. He obviously did a collab with NF, which was amazing. I can't remember what it's called now. Epiphany. I always remember things at the end, but Epiphany. Moving on, I do believe. Is this Rick Ross? I do believe it's. If this isn't Rick Ross, then I'm just gonna put him down here in terrible. He's made some bangers, I guess. I mean, I could put him in had bangers, but stinkers as well. But like, I don't really like him as a musician. He just like he's just loud and I liked Purple Lamborghini. Was it Purple Lamborghini with Skrillex? That was a good song. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I've put him there. Tiger. This is the first one to go in decent right here. Decent because he's made some alright music. He was good on Young Money's Bedrock. And I know he's got some okay songs out there. I'm not going to put him in had bangers but stinkers as well, because he doesn't really have stinkers. But for me, he's not really too good, so I'm going to put him in decent for now. Little Yachty, again, the same thing. Like, I loved Marmalade with, what's it called? Macklemore. And I know he's had some decent music. Like, some people like him, but I can't really put him in good or great, because I don't really know his music entirely. I just know Marmalade. Moving on, though, we've got Chance the Rapper. Oh, I don't know, good or great. Like, personally, I would put him in great, but for the sake of, like, what other people might think, I'm going to put him in good, because he's had some bangers. He did the song with Action Bronson, brilliant song. He's had brilliant songs, like, the Acid Rap album was amazing, not going to lie. Haven't really heard from him recently, so I don't know what he's like. But, like, his whole personality he's just amazing. He's an amazing guy. And, yeah, moving on. This guy, I can't remember this guy's name, but I do know his music. Is it Quavo? I don't know if it's Quavo or not. But then again, is this guy? This guy's not Quavo. Who's that guy again? Oh, I've just remembered what it is. But Quavo, this guy. Oh, you know what? Terrible. I've just remembered who this is now, because he did the song with Skepta, didn't he? It's ASAP. Is it ASAP Rocky? Is it ASAP Rocky? Oh, what's the song with Skepta now? I came, I saw, I conquered, and all that. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. Praise the Lord. I think it is A$AP Rocky. You know what? I'm going to put him in decent just because that one song. Kendrick Lamar, great. Is there any discussion needed for Kendrick Lamar? He's so up there. He is borderline GOAT right now as well. He's borderline GOAT. I must say he's borderline GOAT. He's one of the greatest though. Absolute bangers. Swimming pools. Be Humble. Humble is such a banger. For that song alone is kind of like, that's like Kendrick's Lose Yourself in a way. That's like his big breakthrough song. Like, if everyone's going to remember Kendrick, it's going to be either Swimming Pools or, Humble. Two absolute bangers of songs. Moving on, Tyler the Creator, we're going to put him in good. Loved Yonkers. I've loved a lot of his different songs, like, for some of his old songs, but to be fair, Martians vs. Goblins, the feature he did with The Game and Lil Wayne, slaps hard. For someone of his stature back then, to see him, like, go from Yonkers and doing all this, like, it's not weird rap, but it's, like, kind of alternate rap, not alternate, but, like, his personality is amazing, like, it's different, it's unique, and then to see him go from Yonkers to collabing with The Game, who's known to collab with like the likes of 50 Cent, the likes of who rated Eminem so highly. Like there was even that interview he said, if you had beef with Eminem, what would you do? He'd run, because you just don't mess with Eminem. Like he even knows The Game. He's absolutely up there as one. If he was on this list, I would put him in the GOAT section. Moving on to Drake now. Drake, I have to put him in. I want to put him in great because he has had some bangers. Let's be honest. He's made bank. He's, I have to put him in there. He's collabed with. Let's be honest. He's collabed with Lil Wayne, Eminem, and Kanye West on the same song. He's had two goats and Lil Wayne on a song. Lil Wayne I would put up in great, to be honest. He had some bangers as well, but he's not on this list for some reason. He's not got a picture in the bottom, unless he has and I just don't recognise him. But I would probably recognise him because it's not really hard to miss Lil Wayne. I'm just double checking though, he's definitely not in here, unfortunately, because I do rate Lil Wayne a little bit. He's had a few bangers in his time. He's collabed with Eminem. He's collabed with a bunch of people from like Young Money. He's collabed with Eminem and Drake and Kanye West, for goodness sake. I've put Drake up there. Cardi B, garbage. Triple X Tentacion, I'm gonna put in good because I only like two of his songs. And obviously he died too early. Rest in peace to XX Tentacion. I think he would have had a good career, despite his misfortune. I don't think he was a bad person, despite the drama that he had. As a musician, I think he was going to have a big career in music because he had the talent. Obviously, the only songs I know is Sad and the other one. I can't remember what the other one is, but there's only two songs. It's pretty much his two popular songs. Moving on, we have to put Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino, in great. So he's made some bangers. He blew up the music industry with This Is America. That went so viral. He's had some bangers like 3005. He's even collabed with Chance the Rapper, who I've put in good. The Chance and Childish Gambino song is amazing. I can't remember the name of it, but banging song. I think it's favourite song. Was it favourite song they collabed on with? Or was that one with Vic Mensa? I can't remember, but anyway, Chance the Rapper has to go. Not Chance the Rapper. Childish Gambino has to go up there with great. And besides his music, obviously he's a wonderful actor. Like, he was in Spider-Man. Like, he's been in a bunch of stuff as well. I think I've seen him in a few things. He wants to be an actor / musician. I think he fits the part so much. His personality is great. Charisma's on point. Music on point. And he's got a big career. Still waiting for him. I think he could be... If they made another section underneath Goats and above Greats, he would probably eventually get into there, along with Kendrick, Joyner in my opinion, J. Cole, Logic eventually, hopefully, NF, and Hopsin. Eventually all these should get in there. I don't think Drake's good enough to get into something above great. I think he's just solid, like, high great right now. Moving on, Post Malone. I want to put him in good. Like, he's not really... I want to say he's not a rapper, but he's a hip-hop artist. He is a rapper, but, like, he doesn't go in, like, obviously the greats here. He's definitely on the same level as most of these good rappers here, I must say. Huge potential, love his music. I can't really say anything bad about him. Don't think he's made any bad music, bad songs really. Although I haven't really listened to much of his songs. Obviously, I just know his popular songs that go viral on YouTube and stuff like that. Moving on though, I keep saying Future. It's Designer. I'd had bangers but stinkers as well. I must admit, I only really liked Panda. But like you can tell he's a good, positive person. He wants to just make music, and you can see he's not really a bad person. Not like, this guy or this guy. I'm gonna say this guy as well. But yeah, and then we're gonna move on. I think we have to just put Nipsey Hussle in great, just because he was one of the, he's a big name in the music industry. And I do believe that's everybody that I do know of. Like, I think this guy looks like Santan Dave, or just Dave, but I don't know why they put Dave in a rap list, considering he's more grime. He's a UK grime artist, so I don't know if that counts as rap in general overall. Considering most of these look American. For one, this looks like Billie Eilish. I don't think it is, but kind of looks like Billie Eilish, not gonna lie, weirdly. For some reason, I mean, I do know this guy. I know is it Diego Little Xan? I don't really rate him, so I'm not going to put him in the list at all. This does kind of look like T.I. I don't know if it is or not. This is that guy who looks like Lisa Simpson. I don't really know half of these artists, though, to be fair. If anybody can tell me who these are in the comment section, then I would be, that would be highly appreciated. I know this is Migos, so I do know who Migos are, but I don't really rate them, so I recognise this guy. I can't remember his name, but he's kind of highly rated by some people. That looks like Ray Shrimmered. I don't know if it is or not, but let me know in the comment section. For some reason, that looks like Nicki Minaj, but I don't think I'd put it in a rap list, so I don't think it is her. Some of these pictures like really zoomed out, and I just can't really tell who they are. Like, for one, I thought this was J. Cole at the start because of the hair, but then obviously I saw that's definitely J. Cole. This guy looks familiar, but I can't remember who he is. A lot of these do look familiar. Like, I do recognise this guy as well. Recognise this guy. Where's the other guy that I saw? Yeah, I don't really recognise any more of these. I kind of recognise him slightly. I don't know though. Recognise him a little bit. Don't know who she is. Don't know who she is. But for one, they didn't have Snow the product. So underrated as a female rapper. But this video's gone on for half an hour right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do you agree with my list? Do you not? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and I'm out. I'll see you guys later.